If dreams can exist in a world like this, don't abandon them. You need to embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face.
Hey guys. Apparently, departments all over the country, specifically Florida, for reasons that shall remain a mystery to all of us, are coming across officers, firing, relocating, and or making them quit by um, doing investigations. We have a bunch of stories today that have been sent to me or I've seen over the past week or two about cops in various jurisdictions all over the country abusing their power. Um, but we're going to make fun of them because I am all about backing the blue. However, I am also about calling the bullshit where I see it. We're also going to get into this flock camera system that I'm sure most people have heard about. However, we're going to look at exactly what is it and why it is being abused, and we're going to look at we're going to talk about um, whether increased security and safety is worth the risk of possible abuse and, dare I say, stalking that some of these officers are doing. And this is where it goes into a larger topic of even larger topic about these officers that are crappy. Lateral transfers happen all the time. A cop moves is forced to quit, but no actual formal charges are fired or filed, and then they move to a different state and get hired as a deputy or a officer in a different state, knowing that they have a really crappy past, but nobody knows about it because we don't have a database for shitty officers. I have thoughts, I have opinions. We're going to get petty today because some of this crap, oh my God. So buckle up, hit that like button, grab your emotional support drink, and let's get into this together. This first story is a doozy. Is a doozy. Um, so before I say that, we're going to we're gonna say hi to chat. My restream chat isn't working, but thank you to Ung Hung Hero for the what I believe is a bunch of gifted memberships. My restream chat wasn't working, so 20 gifted memberships. Y'all, I appreciate it. I promise we will get back into members only content. We will do an we will do a Squid against medical advice stream sometime soon, probably next week because we got a lot of shit to talk about. But thanks to Ung Hung Hero for keeping the chat green. And Roy, Jeffrey, Crystal from Wisconsin. Hey, there's my my home state. My home state. How's my home state doing? I'm not a boomer. How am I a boomer today? Restream chat just wasn't working. She Nemesis, good to see you. Accidental discharge in Brevard. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a Roy and Brev. Oh, there's a we'll get to this first story. I have it opened up. Um, but this was sent to me by Volusia, and I Volusia sends me the best stuff. Like I don't if y'all if you don't know Volusia, Volusia's amazing. He is the best person I've ever met in my life. He is the most generous person and he is amazing. But we have to just talk about this. 111 miles per hour, Brevard Deputy of the Year for 2025, avoids arrest under super speeder law. Okay? Deputy Michael Foltz quit after agency accused him of egregious misconduct. And I'm kind of going to be reading these a little fast. I thought Wisconsin was the brandy state, but yes. Yes. Mm. And today is the first day I am running medication free. Um, so if you see me have to stop and cough for you know, mm, we need the next installment of Timu Law School. It's more like Timu. It's more like Timu. Whatever this is, like not law school, but um, you know what I mean. Whee! I'm trying to figure out which thing is gonna work best, and I'm thinking it's gonna be this. There we go. And I knew there was gonna be a Laura Owens joke somewhere in this. And hey, King Bob, how are you? It is so good to see you. Uh, and the Artemost, I hope everybody's doing great. And if I don't say hi to you individually, please don't take offense to that. Sometimes I just gotta getting, if you know what I mean. Oh, and Duncan, Idaho, paralegal. All right. Florida Highway Patrol caught Brevard County Deputy of the Year riding his motorcycle at 111 miles per hour while off duty, but did not arrest him under Florida's super speeder law. Basically, he got special treatment. But wait, there's more. Instead, the Highway Patrol trooper issued him a civil traffic citation for exceeding the posted speed limit by 9 miles per hour. That is law enforcement privilege right there, because if that would have been any of us, we would have been in handcuffs. Mm. That was a I mean, I got no response to that. I got no response to that. I mean, oh, and hey, Karen, how are you? I'm not gonna take you to jail, Fultz. Trooper Joshua Provencher, don't care, told the deputy, according to a video recording of the traffic stop. Obviously, you and I are buddies. I'm not trying to show favoritism either. I beg to differ, sir. Oh, this is where it's like, y'all, this, just come on. Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Turd of Hurdles. Good to see you. Oh my God. Under Florida's Dangerous Excessive Speeding Act, commonly known as super speeder, Georgia has one of those too. Law enforcement can arrest motorists who drive 100 miles an hour or more in a manner that threatens the safety of other persons or property. First-time offenders can face up to 30 days in jail and a $500 fine if convicted of the misdemeanor. Just wait. Brevard County Sheriff's Office, which learned about the traffic stop while conducting an unrelated administrative investigation into Fultz, later interviewed the trooper and the deputy. Trooper was aware that Deputy Fult's speed, along with traffic conditions which made his speed a danger to other drivers, met the statutory criminal requirements for the new superspeeder law. Deputy Fultz admitted speeds at which he were driving did violate the superspeeder law, but there's more. Fultz, who was recognized as Brevard County Deputy of the Year during Sheriff's annual award ceremony in late March, resigned from the agency 2 months later, as Sheriff Wayne Ivey was poised to fire him for egregious misconduct. This is the thing. You quit before you get fired. This is the kind of thing where you just go to another department in another state, do a lateral transfer. They don't do no charges were actually filed. You say that you quit, you weren't fired, and now you get a job knowing that you're a shitty human being. Oh no. Oh no. You're almost right on time for the good part. All right. So the trooper was using speed doesn't matter. He's going to jail, can be heard saying to himself as he made a U-turn and began following the motorcycle until he found out that he was a sheriff's deputy. But so I'm not going to make you go to court. Yep. So Investigators with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office met with the trooper in April while conducting an administrative review. This is the uh, hmm. Okay, so this was what started the crappiness. Showing favoritism. You basically you basically got shown that you're a horrible person. Here's where it gets interesting. Brevard County Deputy of the Year quits after egregious misconduct exposed. Report accused Michael Fultz of using the agency's gun in Smexy Time Act and performing an Yahtzee salute. Hopefully not at the same time. To be fair, the 55 zones near Augusta are BS and exist just to rake in the money. Oh, yes, and small towns between Augusta and Savannah that go from 65 to 45 in less than half a mile are also, that's where I got my Georgia super speeder ticket. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Lurky mode activated, lurky mod mode activated, not near laptop. Well, I thank you for doing what you do. It's like mods are super important. And the fact that we don't people don't appreciate their mods as much as they should. That would be weird together. It's weird separately. Especially, it's like, I'm sorry, I love my Second Amendment. Do not get me wrong. I love my Second Amendment. But there are certain rules that you abide by if you love your Second Amendment for safety reasons. And one of them, treat every firearm like it's loaded. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, both these rules, 1 or 2, can be swapped for each other because they're both damn near the same is important of importance level. Never point a pew-pew at anything you're not willing to destroy. Sheriff's Office investigators obtained images of Fultz placing a pew-pew in his ex-girlfriend's mouth and pointing it at the back of her head during consensual acts, making an inappropriate FaceTime call from his patrol car while wearing his uniform, and appearing to perform a Yahtzee salute in a photograph captured shortly before he was hired as a deputy. I feel like they just skimmed over that first part. And we're just gonna talk about that for just uh I mean, y'all, was this was it said consensual, but like some sort of weird fetish that we're unaware of? Is this a thing? That's why she used an X. Good point. That could be very um but it I mean, or this was consensual and she only it seems like she only told his bosses about it after they broke up, which is creepy. That's some MSP level vetting. I know, right? Oh my god. Ah, wife came back from the doctors with a sprained wrist. Ouch. She could have broken it. Could you imagine? The jokes just write themselves. And before we get yeeted from YouTube, I mean, I mean, oh, shiza. Bless his heart. I got nothing good. I got nothing good to say, but like, what the flying? Uh, oh, 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 okay. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah, I did. They're kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't like the way they look in the camera. I'm like glaring myself, but at the same time, like, ooh, you know. Oh, you want a link? Oh, oh, love it when Squid only sees the punchlines. You know, I could I mm, y'all, I gotta sometimes, like, I thought about how I was going to approach this and how we were gonna talk about this, and, like, y'all, I I got nothing I got nothing good to say. It's like the more you try to think about it, the worse it gets. What in any sense of the imagination did he think this was a good idea? Like, in what mm. Don't worry. It's about to get I mean, we got other things to talk about, and there is an overarching, like, point to this, especially when it comes to those flat cameras. So there is, like, an actual point to this, but, like, I wanted to start off with a what the actual freak of nature, combined with the good old boys club that is law enforcement privilege. I mean, and this can go with anything, lawyer privilege, law enforcement privilege, like, you know, any sort of privilege that people have when they're like good old boy privilege. Y'all, ugh, what do we do with this?
I am here to take over your stream and all that good shit.
Felicia says maybe she's an X because the barrel's too small.
I was about to say that there, but here's the thing I need to say. Did they use protection? Was the safety on? Was it unloaded? Yeah.
That's your idea of safe sex. Okay.
And also, was there any type of checks done before the intrusion?
Is
as
JK
possible?
in here? I mean, is JK in here? Because I feel like that's a meme.
I do hi there.
SMN, Ammo's, JK, Radis. This is a meme. This just needs to be a meme. I mean,
You know that it's a good point. Did he use protection?
I
I mean, if you're going to do, Debbie done Dallas Deep Throat, and then at least, was there protection used? Hi, Mary Beth. Hi, everybody. Yeah.
oh that's a I mean on a serious note, that's actually a really good point. I mean, I told you we're gonna be petty today because like this was a freaking sheriff's deputy. This is someone who has power, control. This is someone who is supposed to be smarter than us.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The question you need to ask now is that every time you get stopped by a sheriff or in anywhere in the United States, the first question, what you should do is when he goes, "Good afternoon, can I see your driving license, insurance documentation, and paperwork, please?" All right. What you should do is hand out your driving license, then hand out a Magnum condom, and then hand out your vehicle documentation. And if he goes, "What's this condom for?" Just in case you need to protect yourself when you have an oral interaction with your pistol.
Venturous Vixen, y'all.
It probably would have been better if it was a toy boomstick. At least then Cream Phillip. That is what I would. I like her. I like him. I like Venturous Vixen. Think people. Oh yes.
And you know,
Well, you
this
happen
person,
to.
you know this person. This person's just kind of changed up their name a little bit, but this person's been around for a while. This is not a new person by any stretch of the imagination. So
Sounds like someone who served in the army.
not exactly, but you just
Yep.
Yeah. So like skipping over they skipped over that part. That was like one of the that was half a sentence.
Oh my God! Look at his mustache. No wonder. No wonder it was like he's got a face for it as well.
No sound effects, please.
Okay, sorry.
This was the Deputy of the Year for 2025. Here's what I have a problem with though. Like if you read why he was Deputy of the Year, I feel like some of the investigations that he did really need to be kind of like Proctor. Some of the investigations that he needs to his work done need to be relooked at, in my humble opinion. So Brevard County Sheriff's Office hired Foltz as a probationary deputy in September of 2024. 7 months later, in April of 2025, Foltz fatally shot a self-deletion oriented man who charged at him with a knife as the deputy responded to a disturbance at the man's home. So it might have been a self-deletion by cop. However, I feel like that needs to be, given what we know now, I feel like
questions.
it needs to be on a serious note. Because we are petty and we will laugh at these people and call these people whatever we think they deserve to be called. However, y'all.
Can I just point out something?
Yeah.
When you've got someone who wants to self-delete and they've got a weapon, you do know that you come with two different types of defense, non-lethal and lethal. And if you actually use the non-lethal correctly, someone coming charging at you with a knife, you use that non-lethal correctly.
Well, there was a complication. His decisive actions, extraordinary restraint under extreme pressure, undoubtedly saved the life of a frightened mother, while also protecting himself from grave harm. So sometimes if you use non-lethal and it doesn't, because some of these people, especially Florida man, non-lethal, like they just get up and like, so that being completely sidebar,
I just think these days I think that these days is, from what I've been, and this is just my own personal opinion, this is not yours. I know, I was just about to say that. It's not just about distance, it's also about the fact, oh, hello, sweetheart. No, it's fine, darling. It's the fact that from what I have been seeing with these type of videos that are now sort of surfacing on YouTube and everything else, the police are not shooting to wound, they are shooting to unalive. And like in my whole military career, right, we get trained to shoot to kill, right? But the police, right, it depends on the level of threat. And the thing is, you can put someone on the ground and they will still be alive. They'll be hurting, but they'll still be alive. So it's a chain reaction. Anyway, but I just hope that when I was going to say something that a Marine said when he was in Afghan about like suck on this recall, but I'm not going to. No.
But the same day as the award ceremony, records show Foltz's ex-girlfriend sent an email to the sheriff's office detailing numerous allegations against the deputy. So, while he did all of this seems to be retaliation. She didn't send this email right when they broke up. She didn't send this email when the Smexy time pew pew incident happened, which I still don't understand the point of. What kind of role play?
Maybe that's why she's an ex-girlfriend, because she was crap at the old metallic BJs. Sorry, I'll shut up. I mean, let's be real. I mean, if you are an ex-girlfriend and you go to the police station to complain about your ex-boyfriend, who you happen to have the most weirdest freaking the MBJs without protection. I mean, like, were you still tasting gun oil? I'll shut up. I'll mute myself. I'm going. Bye. I'm still here, but I'll mute myself.
I mean, we didn't even have to get money for that one.
Nope. No, but seriously, I mean, like, this whole freaking story makes as much sense as a fart in a spacesuit, because, like, if he's been rewarded for protecting, you know, a citizen, and he slotted someone with you know, issues, and then suddenly on the same day you got his ex-girlfriend going in there and said, "Look, I was not happy because he made me."
Well, I'm
suck on
also
a
curious about what the
MBJ.
timing is between when they broke up and when she decided to send this email. Because sending it on the same day as his award ceremony is very intentional. And I'm not defending him at all, but hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Yeah, but the thing is, if it, like, right, okay, I'm going to be freaking devil's advocate. I've got the horns right now. Here's the thing: if you're going to walk into the workplace of your ex-partner,
She didn't walk into it. She emailed.
whatever, emailed, whatever, smoke signals, fucking light signals, Morse code, doesn't matter. If you are going to go to the whatever workplace, throw all this shit around, but it takes two to tango. And I don't see anything here about having carnal interaction without permission. But she needs to find. I mean, have you ever tried a 357 or a fucking, I don't know, a Browning?
It did say it was consensual, and
Well, there you go.
That's what begs the question of when was the timing between when they broke up and when she when she sent that email.
Maybe
Because
she
if
got
it
an
was,
STD
like,
off the
once-
Glock. Maybe she got an STD off the Glock because they didn't use protection.
I hope they disinfected the handcuffs.
Yeah.
Volusia, let it be known Brevard is the one county that doesn't use body cameras.
Ooh, who else doesn't use body cam? Welcome to the Twilight Zone, where Levy County is spotlight. Oh, yeah.
So while the agency was unable to prove some of the allegations made by Foltz's ex-girlfriend, records show Foltz acknowledged his involvement in many of the incidents she described.
Okay.
Photograph
question.
reportedly taken in 2023 before Foltz was hired as a deputy shows Foltz's mustache shaved in what appears to be an attempt to mimic 1930s German chancellor, and appears to be performing a Yahtzee salute. Foltz admitted to posing for the photo, but denied being racist and stated that the photograph was merely a joke.
Can I just point something out in regards to that? You know, when you see someone on the other side of the road and you lift your left arm up and you wave at them, that basically, like, if they want to be so stupid, okay, if you lift your arm up, Squid, do me a favor, just wave at me a minute. Just wave. Okay, see?
Because somebody's gonna freaking no, but
Yeah,
I see your point, because they did that shit to Elon Musk when he went, like, he held his heart and then waved at a group of people.
Yeah.
And like waved at a group of people that were up and away.
Yeah.
And they some media outlets accused him of a Yahtzee salute, even though you could tell it was like, thank you, you know, like a gesture, like, you know.
Yeah, and just for the record, right, a lot of people don't realize, considering that, like, I enjoyed that doing historical stuff. Basically, that symbol, the German symbol, that little cross there, is actually Hindu. It comes from, well, not Hindu, it's more Sikh. It comes from they hijacked it, yeah, because it's actually a symbol of life. So, but anyway, like, I personally think that she'd been waiting because she didn't get the attention that she wanted, right? Maybe she looks like freaking the Crampons, and she got jealous or whatever, or he split up with her, and she basically wanted to, damage his reputation. So that's
Oh,
what
I
it
think so
looks.
too. I think so too. Because she was fine with it when she was dating him, but after they broke up, then it's the problem.
And also, why would you keep all that evidence that long?
Because because you're a scorned woman and you have a grudge. Not like I know anything about that or anything. But Fultz, who is white, has also confirmed the authenticity of text messages provided by the ex-girlfriend, showing him repeatedly using the N-word. Fultz stated he grew up in a foster home with black parents and siblings, and the words became normal to use.
Wait, he was saying no to her?
That's one form of a word.
No, darling, no. You can't put that in my bottom. Have you unloaded it? Go on.
Fultz confirmed images provided by his ex-girlfriend showed him putting a gun in her mouth and pointing it at the back of her head while they were having
Coitus.
fun time. Spicy time. So he not only did it, or they not only did it because it was consensual, they recorded it. And not only did they record it, she kept it and took still images from it.
Well, it just shows you what type of individual she was then.
Like, holy goodness, woman.
That speaks
The
volumes.
girlfriend seems like a real winner, too.
That speaks volumes. That sentence there speaks freaking volumes. Both of them, that one and the one below it.
Although the ex-girlfriend told investigators the activity was completely consensual. The report states later she realized it was alarming behavior, especially for a deputy sheriff. You think? Oh, and from what I understand, okay. Fultz told investigators the pew-pew used was his own personally owned firearm. But sheriff's investigators said the weapon resembled the agency-issued handgun assigned to Fultz immediately after 2025 fatal shooting. Deputy Fultz admitted to ignoring all firearm safety training that he had received. Not only that he had received from department, but you learn the minute you touch a pew-pew as a child or the first time you pick it up and do any sort of gun firearms training, you go to a range. The first thing we have already taught, baby Squid has a Nerf shotgun, and we have already taught her. You don't look at don't look down the barrel of don't point it at anything you don't intend to shoot, and don't load it until you are ready to shoot it.
And you make it safe. Unload and make safe.
I mean, she had this thing of wanting to see where the little Nerf darts went. So she would look, and it's no, we've already tried to start teaching her safety. And she is 4. It seems like common sense. Don't point it at anything you're not willing to destroy, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, I've got an opinion on that.
Oh my god!
But that's a fucking rabbit hole. You've done it again. Why you oughta?
Oh.
I just a quick one on the Baldwin case. I am blaming the armorer and the freaking crew. They should have fucking made sure that. Anyway, yeah, let's carry on. I'm not going to get into that because I'll be here for fucking 10 hours just going fucking. But here's one thing I can't understand, right? Is the fact that she had been this was fucking premeditated. She planned that shit.
Yeah.
So somewhere in the relationship, hence ex-girlfriend, somewhere in the relationship, he said something or she did something or they split up or whatever, and she kept that until the moment he got fucking recognition from his department or from someone, and that's when she fucking dropped it. Because why didn't she do it before?
You heard
Why
what?
did she wait until then?
My phone vibrated. What did you hear? I'm confused. Like, I don't know. But
What are you on about? Who?
Gail said, "Squid, I heard that." Like, what'd you hear? My phone vibrate? Because my cousin texted me. But
Shut up, Jeffrey.
although she claimed the images showed... Oh, okay. So the ex-girlfriend also gave investigators screenshots from a FaceTime video call showing Fultz in uniform in his patrol vehicle. Although she claimed the images showed Fultz performing some fun time act on himself.
Enjoying his own company. Let's put it that way. Enjoying his own company. Yes.
The images were not clear enough to definitively conclude what Fultz was doing. Deputy Fultz denied ever
playing with us. Yeah. Enjoying his own company.
And claimed that he was only pretending. Why would you even pretend? There are some things in the human psyche that just will never make sense to me.
I mean, here's another thing in that statement. And speaking as a man, if and this has never happened, just for the record, if you got a partner and your partner wants to see you enjoy yourself, in their presence, right? You would see it because it's like a freaking bragging thing. It's like he would want her to see it and she would want to see it. It's fucking weird.
Never in my life have.
But that there tells me that if you can't see what he's doing, how can you say he was doing it? That's like contradicting terms there. You're saying that he was enjoying himself, but then you can't fucking see or make out that he was enjoying himself. So,
well, and here's the part here's like just adding insult to injury. Fultz's ex-girlfriend told investigators that Fultz once discussed watching her on the agency's flock camera license plate reader system. But she did not know for certain whether he had tracked her vehicle's location. I mean, when sheriff's investigators later audited the agency's system, they determined that Fultz had searched his ex-girlfriend's license plate on one occasion prior to the start of his shift. The flock search was documented as being for investigation purposes.
Check Frank Cotter's fucking message.
Hey, Sir Frank, good to see you. Come into pretending to play. Well, yeah. Oh, you missed. Back up about 15 minutes. This man was possibly used his service issued pew pew during an act in the bedroom. Yeah. Y'all, I get so uncomfortable talking about this, but at the same time, it's like the jokes just write themselves. Like, I have never in my life felt the need to perform oral on the barrel of a 45, or in his case, a 9mm, because it's smaller.
That's what she said.
Never.
I'm sorry.
Oh. I worked a trooper death years ago related to erotic asphyxiation. Dude fell off the bed and hung himself.
Yeah, I was a happy recipient of that last night.
Oh.
I heard that.
Wait, what? You were phrasing.
I was informed of this last night when I was in communication, and when I saw that, I just started laughing. And here's the thing.
I don't mean to laugh at that because it's such a sad situation. But
unfortunately, it happens a lot. There have been thousands of cases, and it's one of those fetishes that exist, unfortunately.
So
and people don't know when to stop.
4 times while riding his motorcycle. Fultz
Wait,
failed
what?
to report the traffic stops as required by agency policy. So that's not like we kind of talked about that before we started.
Mm.
But it y'all. But y'all, I just can't. Um, that's not reported, but he had his hand on the handle. He was holding it and also pointed it at the back of her head and recorded it.
People do some weird shit.
People do some really weird shit. People do some really weird shit. I mean, like, y'all, just when you think that things can't get any weirder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he also did send me the award ceremony that they live streamed. It's a thing. Well,
Oh God, did they?
yeah, I have a bunch of these stories. Nothing as crazy as that one, but it gets to the heart of this flock camera. Okay, I need to. So this is out of Chicago. This is where we get.
Oh,
yeah, we
look,
still
there's a
make fun of
t-shirt.
cops
Look.
for abusing their.
Look! You've got a glass of beer in your hand. You need to get one of them, Squid. You need to get that. I shit you not. You need to get one of them.
I am not where.
You need to get one.
They
You
have
need to
fired a female officer here who was enjoying herself with every fellow male officer. They were caught on camera. I feel like there was a story like that out of Tennessee last year. Or the year before.
Just for the record, that happens in every fucking and every like that's happened. I know I've got fucking stories about that where very quickly we were doing an exercise with NVGs and we had all the
yeah, and that's an octopus, not a squid. But I'm sure they have a squid one because they have an otter. Oh, Sir Frank.
Yeah,
Sir Frank Otter, you need that.
yeah, and there was we had troops in front of us who were training with NVGs, you know, besides walking and driving. And one of the guys turned around and said, "Oh, look there! There's something in the tree line." And we all looked through, and there were two people. One was bent over, the other one was yeah. And it turned out to be high ranking, by the way.
Oh, so
it does happen.
Getting to
it
this.
Does happen. Itasca? Is that Itasca or Tasca?
Yeah, Itasca.
Itasca police officer fired after alleged misuse of Department of Technology Village says.
Chicago's not a good metric for flock cameras because Chicago's a cesspool of degeneracy. Yeah, you know.
Oof.
You have that shirt.
God, there's a lot of shit going on between you guys over in the States about different places, isn't there? It's like the South doesn't like the North doesn't like the West doesn't like South.
Well, nobody likes Chicago. Even the people that live there don't like Chicago.
Chicago.
Ask Ung Hung Hero. An Itasca police officer is no longer employed by the department after allegedly using police technology for an unauthorized purpose. The village did not identify the officer or say what technology was allegedly misused. Yeah, it's flat cameras. Village announced Wednesday that the alleged misuse was discovered during an internal audit of the police department. Village said the officer allegedly used the department's technology systems for a purpose that was not authorized by the village. How much does this happen every day where this is not reported? Nobody bats an eye. Supervisors or people who are supposed to maintain standards.
Well, the thing is, over in the States, they brought these flock cameras out. Over here, they're called ANPR cameras. So basically, they read the number plate, and you know, so every time a vehicle drives past, it reads the number plate, and obviously you got all the information. Now, if you've got access to these flock cameras as a police officer, or you know, for these people, they can abuse it because they have access to it. So that means they can This is where the magic word that we hear in about the Otter Creek saga. This is where harassment and stalking comes into it.
Yep.
And I
So,
think. Sorry, go on.
well, it says so. What flock cameras? So when we say flock cameras, people, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of them, but what they actually are, I looked it up. Flock is a company, so it's a type of license plate reader. But when a vehicle passes a camera, the system creates a searchable vehicle event containing an image of the vehicle, the license plate number, or at least a partial plate, plate state, date, time, camera location, vehicle make, model, color, and body type, and any distinguishing features such as roof racks, decals, damage, aftermarket parts. The camera doesn't merely store continuous video like a security camera does. Its software reads and categorizes it and puts it into a database that it can be searched later.
Can I just add something to that? I was told by a friend over in the States who is a cop. I asked him about this because I've seen a couple of videos. So I asked him. I said, "What's this fucking this shit going on about these flock cameras?" And he said, "Well, you have to look at both sides. Flock cameras are really good, if a crime's committed or something else, but they're really, really good if there's an orange warning. I don't know, amber warning or amber alerts or stuff like that." Because obviously, if God forbid, a child is abducted or something like that, flock cameras come in really, really handy, because then you can find the vehicle or find the perpetrator quicker. But on the other hand, they do, like, every time a vehicle goes through, it brings up every single bit of information. So it's like a serious invasion in freedom of movement. But don't quote me on it. I was explained that. So
well, and yes, and that is where we have to take into account, where does the want for safety balance with our want of privacy and people taking advantage of these systems.
Yeah.
But Heidel, I saw your comment. So if y'all haven't seen my F-bomb, I have the QR code in the corner. It's my Tallow Truth. You get 12% off if you use my code SQUID. However, yesterday they dropped, thanks Heidel for the reminder, they dropped 2 new scents. So this one is the frankincense and honey, just the regular. So they dropped yesterday a balm with honey, vanilla, and orange, and then a honey and lavender. So they have 2 new scents of this exact same product, F-bomb, but it is great. I can't wait to order the vanilla and orange because, y'all, I'm addicted. I gave some of it to my dad the other day. Y'all, so if you have not checked out, it's Beef Tallow Skincare, because I'm starting to care more and more what I put in and on my body. Y'all, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And it's thetellthetruth.com/squid. I need to put my a link. Do.
Oh,
Let's see if I can do this.
I'm in trouble, by the way,
Why are you in trouble?
because my queen sent me messages and I was in my. Oh, Jesus Christ! You scared the fuck out of me. I am sorry, my darling.
And I'm still feeding you. It doesn't say that it's not poisoned. Chew on that, literally. Sorry, Squid.
As long as you weren't putting pew-pews in your butt. Nope. No. That has never even crossed my mind.
I mean,
Yeah. For every one actual crime-related hit, millions of citizens' information is stored in the system. Do the benefits outweigh the costs?
Do you know when they said Big Brother's watching you? Well, they started watching you years ago. This is just streamlining it. That's all they're doing. But the thing is, they got their benefits as well. Like I said about abductions and stuff like that.
I get it, but look at Volusia 1. For every one actual crime-related hit, millions of citizens' information is stored. So does the benefit outweigh the cost? And here we like our freedom and we like our privacy.
Yep, I figured that one out.
We like our privacy. Privacy.
But do you seriously think that people have privacy now with the technology and everything else that's going on?
Well, that's the whole point of this is not helping.
Yeah, at all, to be honest.
No. So, because these are solar powered and they're connected to LTE cellular service towers. So they're not like they're not linked to anything in particular. It's bad. It's very bad. And I don't like them. I don't think the benefits outweigh the costs to people's safety, especially when I'm reading all these reports of people who, of people who have been abused by them. So, South Carolina.
Just very quickly, over here, a while back, I went into town to do some bits and bobs, and the police, they had this van in the middle of the pedestrian area, and it was a face recognition. So what I did, I walked past and I just pulled my t-shirt over my face. And they soon came after me saying, "Oh, why are you pulling out?" So, well, because I like my privacy. If I go shopping, how do you know I don't want to go into Ann Summers and buy something for the wife? I mean, I like my privacy. So, yeah, that was a big thing. It's getting really stupid now. It is getting to a point where I can understand why people are saying, when they start fucking rebelling against this shit. Because it is an invasion of privacy.
Yeah. And it's being taken advantage of. So, Malden, South Carolina. Malden police officer has been terminated for misusing flock camera systems. According to officials, Ellie Hammond used the flock camera system 166 times between March and July to track the same vehicle for personal use. She was terminated August 3rd. Officials say that Hammond used several untrue reasons, including warrant check, traffic information, and a welfare check, to look up the license plate belonging to a former significant other. But here's the problem with this. The CJA confirmed that Hammond was not arrested and no charges have been filed against her. Couldn't that be seen as stalking?
That's 100% stalking. You don't have to follow the person around and stand outside their house to be accused of stalking or be charged for stalking. Using that equipment to follow and observe your significant other or ex or whatever, that is stalking. That's cyber stalking.
So, then we have...
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know about American law, so I could be totally wrong there.
Then we have Jefferson Parish deputy fired for misusing flock cameras to track ex-fiance's vehicle. Louisiana Jefferson Parish deputy was fired Tuesday, August 18th, after admitting he misused the agency's access to flock camera systems to track the movement of his former fiance's vehicle more than 3,200 times over the course of several years. The agency identified the dismissed deputy as Nathan Rome. The deputy came in, waived his rights, spoke with our investigators, cooperated with the investigation, and admitted that, yes, he was running the license plate of his former fiancé. Investigators interviewed Rome's former fiancé. She was aware of the unauthorized surveillance and did not consider herself a victim. The woman did not want to file a criminal complaint and even asked that Rome not lose his job.
People, when you split up with your significant other, male, female, or other, just fucking move on. Don't put yourself in a situation like this.
Well,
There's more efficiency.
there's more from her. He wanted to make sure that she was making it home safely, and she was aware that he was doing this. She was aware and grateful that the deputy was tracking her, but that does not condone what was done. It cannot be used in the manner it was being used. I mean, you can ask for a simple text message. Hey, text me when you get home so I know you made it safely. It's not fucking hard. And shouldn't you be doing something else with your time besides tracking the movements of a vehicle? Or if you're going to be tracking the movements of a vehicle, shouldn't you like make sure it's, one that you need to track? Like, one that possibly is involved in a crime?
Can I be rational here? I'm sorry. I know I'm not rational, but sometimes
Just as long as you don't
people.
curse.
That is so freaking unfair.
By using
Anyway.
the CS.
The what?
Common sense.
Oh, you swore. You
That's
swore.
That's what
2
I
minutes
told
of
you not to
silence.
say.
2 minutes silence. I can talk now. Right. Here's the thing. I'm looking at this from a different perspective. Right. If you split up with someone and you're watching them, that's stalking. If you're watching someone like your loved one going home and all that, that's abuse of your system and abuse of and failure of duty of care. Because your job is not to watch her go home. Your job is to check for criminals or people driving without insurance, shit like that. All right. So you're abusing the system. And I agree with what you just said. You can communicate with each other or you can be talking to each other. Now, that system is an invasion of privacy anyway. But to use it for so long, that's just fucking, weird.
And here's the thing. Who's to say he wasn't using that for nefarious purposes? He said, I just want to make sure you made it home. That's what a narcissist abuser says.
Of course he was controlling her. He was making sure every step she took from where she got in. Yeah, of course he was watching her. Of course of that, control.
There's a reason she's an ex-fiance. The two may not be correlated, but they may be. See,
if you wake up with the guy standing over you at 3:00 in the morning.
And the sheriff says, I'm not naive enough to think about of 1,400 employees, I probably don't have another situation that exists, and I'll certainly address it. I can appreciate that. And we just went into what flock camera systems were, but as they've expanded into neighborhoods, sharing home surveillance images of vehicles and people, the systems have become more controversial as a method of recording surveillance that potentially violates privacy rights. The employee was said to have used the flock search, a single license plate, several thousand times over the course of several years. The employee admitted to the searches, stating that this license plate belonged to his former fiance, and the employee advised that his former fiance maintained a friendly relationship. Furthermore, the employee stated that his former fiance was aware of the searches. So you not only broke policy, but you told her you broke policy. Like, I just...
Here's my question. Though. Say 10 times, 20 times, Why did it take years for them to fucking figure this out?
Don't
you have a login? Isn't there a record of
I feel like you need to do like monthly audits. And I'm sure you can set up an algorithm in a AI computer program to check for, hey, this is a normal amount of time someone should be using the system based on, based on average use between this and this amount of time is normal. Anything over that, flag it so we can investigate. That doesn't mean it's automatically someone breaking the rules. However, that kind of
Well,
raises
yeah, I
a
mean,
red
'cause
flag that a human can go and look at.
yeah, well, they have to recalibrate it because there are. I mean, we all know some cars get ripped right off and end up in the scrapyard, like so number plates and stuff like that. So you have to. The system has to be updated, and that update has to be manual because if you let it automate, that's where mistakes happen. But you can't tell me that you don't go into that system for years and then suddenly you notice something. So either someone noticed a login too many times, or when you look, it's like a bank account. Oh, you got payments coming in, and then suddenly there's a payment going out when it's a savings account. Why is there a payment going out? So if you've got a system like this and you've got someone logging in every day, after a week, alarm bells should be fucking. There should be red flags popping up. Why is this person logging in every day at the same time, around the same day? The same part of the day. So
a law professor chimed in and said, I would expect the DA's office is already looking at this. I would think if they were going to do anything with these potential charges, it would be over the next 4, 8 to 12 weeks. Or 12 weeks. Colino said the DA's office could pursue misdemeanor charges like malfeasance in office and trespass against state computers. Yeah, a repeated search for the same tag by the same person would be telling.
well, obviously not, because it was happening over years.
Well,
So that means
it would be telling
someone,
if you looked.
yeah,
But
that means someone in that department neglected to do their job, or the chain of command knew it and ignored it.
yep. The misuse of the flock camera system is a serious violation of Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office policy, regardless of the circumstances. Well, it seems like common sense that it would be a violation, but apparently rules don't stop people. Laws don't stop people from being stupid. Y'all, it's just yeah, this is
what
the
they gonna
thing
do?
too. If there's no criminal charges, these people just end up working at different agencies in different states. And that's part of the reason why I'm talking about it is, yes, to make fun of these officers for being stupid, especially the one that decided to take a pew-pew and stick it in his ex-girlfriend's mouth during smexy time. But I digress. I feel like even though my channel is very small, I feel as though if we talk about this and put these people's names out there, maybe if they try to say they go to Florida and they try to get a job in Florida, someone in Florida who has seen this stream or something close to that can go, hey, we might want to look this person up. Or we can all start going to our local sheriff's departments and police departments and being like, new hire policy. Do you background check these people?
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen. It's kind of a situation where it's like, we need to start background checking.
And here's the thing: if his ex-fiancée has a press charge against him, then it is an administrative issue.
Yeah,
because he's
but the
broken the rules.
state can press charges against him because it's their system.
Well, yeah.
Malfeasance in office. So here's another one. Officer used flock camera during work hours to track down boyfriend's ex. She looks like a real winner.
She looks like someone you'd wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. She'd be hanging over you going, "Would you like a cuddle?" Weirdo.
Bye, Sir Frank. Have a great day. Please
Seriously,
try not to
just
think
look at
about
those
this
eyes.
face before you go to sleep tonight.
Do you know what she looks like? She looks like the female version of Dobby.
Oh, she does. Hold on.
Dobby has girlfriend. Dobby has new sock. Dobby is free now. Dobby is hiding. Dobby is hiding from Miss Dobby because Miss Dobby is psychopath.
I'm sorry. Dobby's cute, though. Dobby's so ugly, he's cute.
How dare you say that to Dobby?
Dobby's so ugly, he's cute. Come
Shame on you. Shame.
Okay.
Shame.
So we'll hold on. I'm gonna do something here.
Holding.
I think I'm gonna do something here. It might work, it might not. Okay, we're gonna stop sharing that for a second. And we're gonna share the entire window.
I'm telling you, you take the hair away, change the face a little bit. That's Dobby. Told you. Told you. That's Mrs. Dobby.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Nope. Dobby is free now.
I mean,
That's a good point. Have we just given Dobby access to the flock system? I'm not wrong, am I?
no. I mean the nose. But Dobby's cute. That is bedhead through and through. She was arrested with bedhead. Oh, that's a you owe me for this nice cowgirl.
Yep.
Honestly, that's what my hair would look like if I took my hair down right now. I mean, yeah.
You know I'm right though, Buff. You admit it. You know I'm right. That is the female version of Dobby.
It is.
Now try to get that out of your head now.
You can't. That's why I had to share it with you guys, because when I saw it, I was like, it's a shame there isn't a national database isn't available for that tracks all public discharged employees for several policy issues. I know it would be challenged with the argument of public safety concerns. My thing is if you quit your job due to misconduct before you got fired, you should not be able to go to another state or another location and be a cop. So, former officer Elizabeth Ann Snowman allegedly used flock cameras 31 times for personal use, according to police. She's accused of using the system to track her boyfriend's ex-wife and then lying about why she accessed it. Former North Carolina police officers under arrest for using flock cameras to track her boyfriend's ex-wife in a different state.
Now, me comes up with one question. If your boyfriend's ex, why are you using the flock system for personal reasons? Because are you attempting to do something untoward?
Or she's mad or jealous that his ex-wife, they might have a child together, and she's the jealous type and can't understand why his ex-wife still has to talk to him, and she's pissed.
She's a fucking cop.
I'm just
That
saying.
shit shouldn't bother her. It should be water off a duck's back.
There is a lot of shit that should not bother people, like when, someone irrelevant on the internet talks about them.
True.
And apparently
True.
that's a huge deal for people. Oh my God, I have to make a whole fucking stream about this person called me a bitch.
Oh, can I have my brain later on? Because I need to, you have used fabric softener on it, haven't you? I'm asking. I would like to have that smell going around once I've got it, put it back in. I'm just saying. I just want to make sure that
clean laundry right here.
Right. Okay. I just want to make absolutely sure that when I get it back, I can smell the fabric softener, so it smells rosy.
I think there's a Brady list, but that's for misconduct. Shouldn't checking that be required before rehire? I have no idea, but that's a really good question.
I've heard rumors that like small towns, like where there's only 200 people, like they employ sheriffs or police officers for that small town, and they usually just fucking do a background check, and if they got no bad shit, they'll still employ them. I don't know if that's true or not.
I feel like there's no one set of standards. Every county is different.
I personally think there should be one system. Like with the military, you got your regimental number, and basically they just go into the military personnel center and they go, put your number in, name, number, and that's it. Everything comes up on you.
But here's the it's an investigation was launched after an audit of the flock system revealed Snowman's activities. Police learned that she had allegedly used the system 31 times. She's also accused of being untruthful when asked about the reasons behind her activities. Online court records reviewed by People showed the offense date was Wednesday, August 5th, but wasn't immediately clear if she accessed data all 31 times on the same day. Probably not. According to the police chief who spoke at a press briefing, Snowman allegedly accessed the cameras to find information and track her boyfriend's ex-wife. 2 occasions, she was off duty when she accessed the computers.
Oh, that's even worse.
She was charged with a misdemeanor computer access. She posted a $5,000 bond.
And that's all she was charged with, a misdemeanor.
Using the cameras. Here we go, August 13th. Florida cop allegedly tracked estranged wife using flock cameras over 700 occasions. Haines City Police Department claimed he was using the searches to monitor his children's location while they were with their mother. I mean...
Do you know what this reminds me of? When I was full-time reserve, they had a system called RAPS. And basically, if you wanted to get paid, you'd have to sign into it. So basically, it would be up to us to set up the names, right? There would be a list of names, and you'd just put everyone's name in there, and you would you would sign them up for that day. It'd be up to the individual to then go on to RAPS, accept that invite. That means they will then automatically be added to that system. So, but they would, that means that they would then attend their duties. A lot of people used to abuse it by fucking saying they would attend, right, and then not fucking turn up. And now, and then later in the time, you had to do it when you turned up. There was a pad in the unit, and everyone who was there had to go up and sign in. So this is, to me, this looks like, it's a new system. Everyone wants to fucking use it and abuse it until people start bringing.
Here's another one, but this is interesting because what he's being charged with. Christopher Goodson, an officer with the Haines City Police Department, is facing 1 count of official misconduct and 1 count of offenses against the users of computers, computer systems, computer networks, and electronic devices, according to a probable cause affidavit. It's unclear if he has entered a plea. Police said they learned on Monday, August 10th, that Goodson's estranged wife sent him a text message saying the Washington Post had contacted her about a story concerning his alleged misuse of the flock database to track her location, according to the affidavit. Goodson then allegedly told a supervisor that he had made several inquiries through the platform about his estranged wife's vehicle to keep track of his children when they were with her. They tracked his searches and found that he entered his estranged wife's license plate number into the flock database 717 times between September 1st of 2024 and June 30th of 2026. During that time frame, the woman was not involved in any type of criminal investigation, nor was her vehicle listed as being part of any such crime, which would require Christopher to inquire her vehicle or the vehicle's location. He selected justifications such as criminal motor vehicle offense, wanted person, and drugs, narcotics, allegedly an attempt to make the searches appear to be for legitimate law enforcement purposes. This is the part where I have a problem. Goodson has been placed on administrative leave with pay, pending further investigation. I don't believe people should get with pay if they're on administrative leave for reasons such as this.
Yeah, fact. But here's my question, though, right? Nowhere does it give you a reason. Like when you hear these stories, you get different variations of abusing the system. But we're talking about his kids. So is there an underlying? I mean, I'm not saying anything. This is just speculation, right? Is there an underlying reason why he then started using the system to do this? That's the question I would like to know.
Because he's a jealous narcissist and his...
Okay, that's the easy answer, but
Well,
could there be...
He's getting a divorce. It's his estranged wife. He's tracking his kids' locations to make sure, which means he doesn't trust his wife. Or he's just jealous and doesn't want her to have custody, so he's tracking her movements. And he's a stalker.
Well, yeah, I mean, anyone using the system to fucking follow your ex. Yeah,
but it seems to be couples tracking each other's movements. And or people tracking their exes or people related to their current spouse movements, which means these people are jealous and abusing their power. It's not hard to figure out. It's a jealousy thing. It's jealousy. It's on being unhappy with your marriage. He's estranged from his wife and he decides to check up on his kids, or he as a guy is to check up on his kids. He was stalking his ex-wife.
Right. The reason I'm asking is because if there was nothing wrong in, well, I mean, obviously if they're getting divorced, there is something wrong. But if there wasn't anything seriously wrong, or distrust from him or her, why would she call him up and say, "Hey, the newspaper called me"? Why would you call your ex?
Because, hey, are you tracking my movements? Just because you're estranged doesn't mean, like, she might have thought, hey, are they completely crazy? And he admitted to it. So you can always have one side that thinks there's an amicable relationship there, even though you're separated, and one party that is like pissed off and angry, and when that one party who's pissed off and angry has a power play and there's a power imbalance there, why does anybody do anything? Because they suck at life and they can.
Yeah, or they can't handle the reality of like that someone who you've been with decided to move on in life. That's another thing. People are very weak when it comes to that. At the end of the day, he
also could have because they were estranged, most likely getting a divorce, and he wanted his kids, and he was looking for anything he could use against her in a custody battle.
Good point. Well presented. Yep.
So it's like, why does anybody truly do anything? Because they have some sort of motive to do it, and they have the opportunity, the flock cameras, and they have the narcissistic tendency to think that they are above the law and not going to get caught.
Yeah. Interesting topic. Interesting, very.
Yes.
Especially, I mean, like in the States, it's not just the States where people abuse these systems. Over here, they abuse, like now, for example, over here, right? Section 1 of the PACE Act or Section 5 of the PACE Act, they use the Section 43, which is anti-terrorism. There's a lot of stuff the system now use and abuse to silence people, and especially like you cause them distress, harassment, and all that good shit. And we have these AMPR systems, like I was talking to you about, and it's basically open air surveillance. But there's a group of people, not just in Wales, but in Scotland and in England, that are going around and cutting these things down. Hello, sweetheart. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Spawn,
Hi.
do you have any final-ish thoughts?
In regards to these flock cameras,
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, like unless you demonstrate against it, or you write into you get like a petition that you don't want them in your area. No matter what you do, there's always going to be surveillance around you, regardless if it's the flock cameras or is it cameras off government body buildings. But if there should be a more stricter entry for these systems. So basically, if you've got easy access to these systems in your police department, then a supervisor should be in control who actually logs into these. So if you want to log into the flock system, you have to go to the IT department, for example, or you have to go to a supervisor to have access to that system. That way you can then control and keep a record of who is using it and what they're using it for. But because from every single one we've seen so far, it seems they got very easy access to the flock system. So putting more control or put more barriers up by supervisor or IT department, or having it separated in such a way that like you literally have to go up to a supervisor to say, hey, I want to use this flock system. I need to do research on this. And then you sign in, you do your business, and you sign out. And the supervisor or the IT department, they go and then check, or they do like a monthly or weekly check or something like that. I don't know.
I think they should do a monthly
Yeah.
audit.
Yeah.
There are two Congress members that have written bills to outlaw the flock type surveillance, but so far no momentum. Shocker there. All right, guys, I have to get going. I have to take some time for family, and I am completely and totally exhausted after this week. So I will see you guys back on Monday. We do have Carly Gregg appeal decision is in. We do have some final things for Tyler Robinson before he goes to court again on September 1st for the final hearing on his preliminary hearing. Make that one make sense. I don't know. Utah is weird. And we got a whole bunch of other stuff coming up. I will be recording hopefully this weekend. Hopefully tomorrow is the goal. Editing on Sunday and getting everything set up for the week, before the week. But on that note, guys, I'm going to see where I can send you over on
While you're doing that, can I plug a couple of channels?
Huh?
Can I plug a couple of channels? Well, thank you. Right, first of all, guys, obviously I've got a couple of channels. I've got on Rumble and on here. Also, go and show some love to Evidence Through Motion. You know who that belongs to. All right. And the same thing for Jason Ryber and Ashley, Mr. Coop, and everyone else, right? And also go and check out Eric, right? He definitely needs a little bit of support. Other than that, thank you so much for accepting me back into the arena here. And again,
I can't, Roy. I can't. It has a bayonet. That would be very painful.
Wait, what?
He said, "Squid, your tip for today is don't perform oral on your Mosin."
Can you just pick? Oh my god! I just
I
pictured that as
can't.
well.
It's got a bayonet. That's very painful.
Yeah. But yeah, again, sorry to make your discredit your what? Oh fuck it! Who cares?
Thanks for making me stupid.
Yeah, duh, fucking duh. It's like, I mean, like, hang on a minute. How would you talk to a child with a little baby? Hey, yeah. No, but and also, like I said, I wouldn't mind having my brain back, because once I get mine back, I can then take Coop's out and send it to Coop, and then Coop can give it to Tug, and Tug can fucking give it to you.
All right,
You know.
I have a setup to redirect to Broken Baker. Tell him that I said hi and I sent y'all over there. And have a great weekend, everybody. I will see you on
Yes.
Monday. Would you like to
Have-
yeet us out of here?
Yes, I will. Guys, have a great weekend. Stay safe, and if you're driving, don't drink. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, yeet.